The quest for immunity no be moi no be beans at all. Hey babies, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Sail with me, Shusty me where you get the gist. As it dey do waiting, as it dey hurt. Of course, you know there's no sleeping on a bicycle on this channel. If as soon as you do what you lose. Are you here to subscribe to this channel? Or are you sitting on a fat long thing? Kindly pause right there, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. If not, tell me. How do you want to get the gist, brewing from the cooking pot? Like, how do you want to get the gist? As it hurts Biggie's house. Oh my word. A whole lot of fun in that house, guys. Especially, I keep telling you guys, Mondays are fun days. Anyways, let's discuss about the HOH challenge because it has to do with a lot. We need to discuss this one, no, because it's too much, And also, there is something I have observed, and then I never knew some of the viewers has also observed this about the house. So we're going to be discussing it. I would see if you too has observed something like that, okay? So make sure you watch this video till the very end because this particular thing about Biggie's house, I left it for the last, okay? So make sure you watch it to the very end so you don't miss any gist at all. So guys, we all know what Mondays are in Biggie's house. We all know that Mondays are HOH days, nomination days and everything. Meanwhile, talking about nomination, it used to be PMP, pardon me challenge, but it is given there is not going to be pardon me anymore. It is now nomination. So the housemates have been clamoring. One thing the housemates have been doing today, if you guys have been following my videos, is been in their cycle talking about one housemate or the other to give their immunity to their pardon me please to, you understand. So they've been going from one place to the other. Some are not happy, some are happy, but to their greatest dismay, they do not know there's not going to be any pardon me no more. No more pardon me. But we'll see how that plays out. So, guys, the head of house game took place, and Biggie called the housemates in their numbers, right? The housemates were divided into fours. Biggie were calling them in fours, like calling them four, and we know they are like 21 in the house, if not 20. But it was only the last thing which has to do with Doyin, Sheyi, and Lucy that were three in their pairs, And what Biggie asked the housemate to do for the first round of HOH is just to build a tower. And any housemate that has the highest tower within the range from the beginning to the 7 minutes given to them Biggie will pick 6 housemates that has the highest tower within that range of time. You understand? So it's not all about winning first, but all about having the highest tower. So after every Biggie now, after they finished the first round, all the housemates went in their pairs, in their sets, okay? Then Biggie now called out the 6 housemates who merited to the next round. And the 6 housemates were Cross, Sheyi, Adekunle, Mercy, Doyin, and DK. Now this is the second one. Omo, I do not know how Biggie gets this game. Sincerely, this game, hey, I think this is the hardest so far head of house game. Because you have to be stable to make sure that other edge, this thing on that other edge that was placed there will not fall off. That thing was just placed there that if you shake that thing, it go fall off. So as they were standing, and they have to start for long, the person will go win, a person will stand past. Like the highest is the person that stood for long and without that stuff falling off, So first off, we had Ike forfeiting the game from the beginning, from the onset. He'd be like, that he's not gonna be standing here for 1 hour that he cannot do it. Okay, so Ike just left it. He went out. And meanwhile, before they would even go for the next round of this HOH, Ike was already plotting on how to go and mentally drain the housemates that will be participating with him, so as that's his own way to weaken their morale. He wanted to go and do it, but it was Cece that held him back and was like, no, do not do it. Sisi is like, she's all about purity. That one thing that has guided her in this life is being pure. Ike was like, being pure, no, they pay and blah, blah, blah. Sisi said, you are my friend and I'm not going to let you do this, okay? If you know you want to be with me, like, all you have to do is being pure. Don't go and do this thing. He now say, allow me to do this now. Let me go outside there and work on their head. Sisi no Graham. If not, Ike would have gone there and go and be telling them, Adekunle and people, some of the housemates who he feels will be going for the next round, some things, but Sisi did not allow him. So meanwhile, and he was the first to forfeit the game. Imagine person who won't go affect other people mentally. He was the first that forfeits the game. So after he left, others were trying. Sheyi also left. He could not hold his leg enough. After Sheyi left, then it went down to Mercy. Mercy also left, Mercy was the third housemate to leave the game. Then after Mercy, then it was Adekunle. Then leaving Cross and Doyin as the finale thingy, guys. Hey, Omo, it choke. For the very first time, Doyin that we know that she's always that person that is not always having strength for anything that will stress her. It can't be this one person go raise leg. I was like, no, Cross has more stamina now. Cross, they do exercise. Cross, they do these things. Cross is going to win this. But guys, guess what? Doyin proved me and so many others otherwise. Baby girl stood still. And you know the funny thing? Ever since the game started, Doyin did not even move her leg an inch. Even Cross have been shaking. Cross have been using his other leg to rest on the other foot, but Doyin never did that. Doyin has been playing all through. She did not make move. To the extent Doyin started manipulating Cross. I was telling Cross, leave this thing for me now. My legs is shaking. This one, that one. I promise you, I will give you whatever you want. Cross, you're not going. I am very sure, but if I don't win this, I will go this week. Cross was like, Doyin, how do you know? They are still on that challenge discussing this. So Cross was like, Doyin, how do you know? Doyin said, I'm very serious. I know I will go home if I did not win this head of house, challenge, blah, 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 blah. Cross did not answer Doyin. Cross continued. Doyin was like, okay, Cross, if you feel you don't want to accept my plea, no problem. Then I will stay here till forever. I don't mind if you stay here till my leg breaks. Don't you serious, so guys? She stood still. But in my mind, I'm like, wait, why would this girl be telling somebody to forfeit a game for you? The same way you want to be safe is the same way he wanted to be safe too. Even if you're telling him that he has fans, more that he's not going, you're sure. Even at that, people will get fans still won't rest. I don't understand the kind game. Anyways, all follow for the game. Already, if Cross has stood the way Doyin was standing on that game, Cross would have even left that game since. Just the few minutes the brother told Cross that he should not rest his foot on the other one, Tay. Cross forfeits the stuff. If though he was telling Doyin, you'll give me 2 BFF if I leave this, Doyin said, yes, I will give you. He just had to leave it. But that was not the reason why Cross left that thing. There's nothing anyone would tell me. Cross did not leave that thing because of Doyin or anything. It's because of he's tired. He started having this thing on his laps, muzzle pull on his laps. That was why he left it. So afterwards, then of course you know who the HOH is now. Is just Doyin Sola David, White Money went ahead to carry her all up, and all of that. I was so happy for this girl, sincerely, because this is one of the hardest HOH game that is, actually by your strength, not be about luck or anything, you understand? So, but after the housemates were cheering her because many who were seeing what was happening, like White Money carrying for head, it was like Doyin did not even, she no move, she no shake. She has been like that since till now. She really deserved the winning. He was even telling people that, he was telling Kim that even if Cross win this thing, that Doyin merits this, So White Money was so happy for Doyin. So Doyin was meant to choose her BFFs. First off, she went to give Cross. Already Cross was lying on the floor. They were massaging his lap. Why Doyin that stood still, that did not cheat on the game? She still dey kampe. White Money was just only rubbing her on her thigh. Little thing, nothing. She still dey kampe. So Doyin chose Cross first. And I say because of Cross, that Cross need a company, and she already promised Cross about 2 BFF. And definitely for Cross to be choosing 2 BFF, it's gonna be Kim Oprah. You all know now. So Doyin was like, for Cross' sake, I'm going to pick Kim Oprah. Oh, Kim was so happy. And then she chose she said, and then she would choose this Mercy as one of the lady that joined her at the final, and then now chose Neo. I don't know that Doyin and Neo are quite okay because of Tolani badge. Okay, yes. So Doyin now chose Neo. Now people were like, oh, Doyin did not even choose Baye. So Doyin, you ignore your friend. I'm like, that one dream. Hello. You people are the same people when Doyin was clamoring for pardon me for her. You people were like, oh, Doyin, don't pardon for her. She's being fake. She's doing this. Now she has said, oh, she did not choose Baye for this one now. They are coming for Doyin again. I said, that girl is not real. I've been laughing on the social space. Now I have a question. Do you think because Doyin did not choose Ile Baye for the, BFF, do you think that does not tell well on her, because the camera just went straight on Baye face. I'm like, oh, Baye, pele, my dear, sorry, my dear, So, but people have been coming for, Doyin. Some are not, some are saying, why would you come for Doyin if she did not do it? If she do it, I go say she's just pretending and all of that. While some of the Baye tribes say they do not even want Doyin to pick Ile Baye. So it has been front and back. What do you think about all of this? Meanwhile, let's go to the social space and see some of all the things happening with this Doyin and Baye thingy before we would see what I told you guys I observed in Biggie's house. All right, let's go. First off, it's all about hailing Doyin on the social states, because people did not believe Doyin would hold down on this. As Ami said, my head of house, Doyin David, I have mixed emotion right now. Want to celebrate and cry. At the same time, congratulations, my love, Doyin our focus. People never believe that Doyin. I did not believe. Oh, I'm like, this girl will not get strength. In my side, they call it only mengo. She not get strength. Everything Biggie now. Why will you give us this kind of task? I'm like, oh, Cross that has stamina. I beg, Cross don't win. But I am happy Doyin won it over Cross anyways. It will be on the record that Doyin won the toughest HOH game in the history of VBN. Respect that name. Now, some people are saying this HOH game is the toughest, and also the one that you would say, oh, that this person won it fair and square. Do you think so? Coming from Delight Tags, Delight, we have a new title, Doyin Sola the HOH. Congratulations, Artificial Doyin. You are amazingly strong and determined. You are a star and a blessed child. God, we are grateful. But the thing is, Doyin playing mind game on Cross on that particular game. Do you know that thing actually threw somebody off balance? Somebody like Cross, when he heard this scatter, you were telling him that, oh, you don't want to forfeit this for me, Abi? No problem now. Let's see how he goes. Already, Cross was shaking already. Despite he was using the other foot to rest on the other, Cross was shaking already. Coming from Frankly Speaking with Glory, please, nobody should come for Doyin for not choosing Ile Baye as a BFF. She spent the whole day lobbying around for PMP immunity for Ile Baye already. She's paid back what she feels she owes Ile Baye, not like she's obliged though. Do you accept with Glory? That's I asked the question earlier, and I told you guys how people have been coming for Doyin that, oh, you do not still choose your friend. And I know that Ile Baye will be feeling somewhat different for two reasons. The black envelope challenge. I will not be discussing it on this video. That will be my next video, okay? Probably when we're discussing nominations, all right? Coming from a rain dynamite, God will set a table in front of your enemies. God waited for others to leave her, then bless her, Doyin our focus. I feel for Baye. Only her has not been up. Still don't get why Doyin picked Kim, Sha. It's giving, I will separate you from Pere. Please don't feel bad for Ile Baye. She's gonna be okay. Thanks. Now the thing is, don't you even guys think that having Ile Baye in the same space would not be comfortable for Doyin? Because they've not been speaking to each other. So she need her comfort in her space. How do you want her to feel? When people know they talk to each other, then she would now come upstairs and they'll be sleeping in the same bed. On a normal, they don't talk to each other. They are always on their own. Ile Baye has not gone to approach her ever since they had the ish. She has not even approached Ile Baye either, and they've not been cool. And you expect her to pick her upstairs. Come on, check it yourself now. If she had done that, people would say, oh, Doyin is not real. Doyin is this. I would have said so. Me, I would talk am. Make una no vex. Because of course, me, I'm always saying how I feel. So I would have said, Doyin, oh, this girl, you are truly sword with two sides. Because how can you not be cool with this person? You want they claim, say you really like her. You understand? That's where she would have proved what you guys are saying, that she's trying to buy Ile Baye's fans. But for the fact that she did not do it, it shows that she's fully in this game and she knows what she is doing. Coming from Angel TMB, how are you people comparing PMP to BFF? It is obvious they both don't want to be in each other's space. Exactly my point. So it is convenient for both of them. I don't know why you all are calling Doyin fake for that. Exactly. I don't know how people understand this game, but I love it when I see people who analyze or say something from their own hearts, avoiding whether they are siding a person or not. Coming from Baye's big sis, thank you, Doyin, for not choosing Ile Baye or Denaya. You save us from defending us. Thank you, girl. Vote Ile Baye. Wow, me. I don't they laugh tire. Me laugh through my mouth. I don't even know where I stand anymore. But if there's one thing for sure, I think I am happy Doyin is safe. It's coming from Steve. Please, what's this entitlement from Trabaye people? When Doyin was campaigning for PMP for her this morning, all you called her fake. Now, you're crying that she didn't pick her. Normally, I know send Doyin, but you people are sounding extremely you understand, jig for my ears too. Why would she pick her for what? People that are not cool, and the way I'm seeing it now, Ile Baye would really feel in a type of way, because Prince, anyways, I don't want to discuss this thing right now. I want to discuss that in my next video. He's pushing me. He's just pushing me. The aproko in me is just pushing me. So guys, let's discuss this because very soon I'll be coming back with the next video. That will be after nominations though. So this is what I said I have observed, and thank God some people observe this too. I do not know if you too you have observed this. Let's read this from Comrade. I don't think this show is live except for eviction show because the way the cameras moved, Prince and Ilebaye were just playing white card 5 minutes ago and now they are fast asleep and even cuddling. And then Rebel replied, I said this last week when they played that question game. 1 minute Sisi was outside with them laughing. Next minute she was in bed sleeping. Guys, have you observed this? Because I have observed that you would see this housemate doing one thing this next thing they will not show the room. The other minute the housemate is sleeping, fast asleep, even snoring. And I'm like, what's in this up here? So it is obvious that maybe after they had that that glitch on Sunday, I think it has affected them a bit or something. I don't know how to put it, but I have observed it. Have you observed it? So if you think you have observed it, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll see you guys later, okay? It's almost nomination time. We tend to talk about what happened later, okay, babies? Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.